Hi, welcome back to the channel. Just slid the greenhouse door open and all these plastic bags are kind of rummaged out, and they were all in the gap under the pallets there that I use as a bench. That tray of red, well, the bait I'd left out, the special bait for the mice, and the other one I'd left down there, both disappeared, being eaten. And I stepped into the greenhouse, and I don't know who got the bigger shock, the two bloody rats that flew out on me with the quick squeal and these two furry objects shooting out from between my feet. So I'm going to lift these plastic bags out and get rid of them, and I've got a bit more of that special bait for them to put down, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to get a couple of rat traps or something from, get a mail order or something and put them down. Can't have them two running around. So I shall have a bit of a tidy up, set some fresh bait out. I'll bring you back in a bit. I've picked up all the loose bags and some of the loose rubbish, and left two trays of special food out for them again. So I don't know how many there is. I've seen two just before, but whether there's a nest or they're just the first two, I'm not sure. I mean, it looks like my visitors have found them potatoes I was leaving in this tub. I'm not going to reach in and grab them. I'll bring some latex gloves with me. Don't know what diseases some of these, if they're rats, what they might be carrying. Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. It's actually Wednesday. It's the first time I've been down this week. Since Thursday last week. We had all that torrential rain Thursday, Friday last week, and when I called on Thursday, the roads and outside by the allotments were flooded, and I don't know what had happened, but my gate was hanging off its hinges and there was like a 3-inch pool of water inside. So I did call briefly on Thursday, put some fresh, well, it'll be in the video probably just before this, refreshed the grain for the mice or the rats. It's still flooded out there, it's still absolutely saturated, although luckily the guy on the front half of the allotment has put some new hinges on the gate, although to be honest it needs a new gate, so I'll see what wood I've got at home and knock up a new gate perhaps. So brought a couple of weeks worth of veg peelings down, shoved them in the compost here. It'll start slowing down a bit now because of the colder weather. You do get some heat, exothermic reaction it's called, where it generates its own heat through decomposition, but it does sort of slow down as the temperature drops. You can see there's water standing. This has drained a bit here. There must be some holes in the plastic, but it's just like shiny, glistening, everything wet with water. And I'm not even sure if it's rained today. It's been very foggy today here. All the trays are empty, so it's either lost its effect or this is just a meeting hub for the Pied Piper and all his friends, as all the grain keeps getting eaten. So I've left 4. We've got foil trays with some of that special food in for them. I probably won't call here tomorrow, I'll call again on Friday, so it'll be interesting to see if it all goes again. I don't know how big a group of the rats or mice are in this nest or making their way through. I think once I've pulled the rest of the plants out, these cucumbers and what's left of the tomatoes, I think I've got a sulphur candle at home, which is a traditional method of sterilising a greenhouse, so I might let a sulphur candle off, and that literally kills everything, plants and bugs, the lot. Anything left in there that's growing, I think it just starves it of oxygen so much, everything just withers. So I don't know if any of that would work its way down into the nest and have an effect down below. I don't know. I could really do with just clearing and trying to find where they're burrowed in, probably under this bench somewhere, or these pallets forming a bench. But that's it for now. I'm going to head home while there's a little bit of daylight. It's turning a bit cold again now, so about time I dug a coat out, I think, and be needing a jacket or something soon, or I might have an old hoodie in my car. So I will bring you back on Friday when I'm down again. Cheers now. Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday afternoon. I've called after work. I'm not going to stay long. It's absolute mush here. Been raining heavy still, and puddles and just everything's saturated. I just wanted to have a quick look in here. All the bait trays have been emptied again. There's a nibbled tomato on the floor, so they've been climbing up and knocking some tomatoes off. So I think I have to invest in some traps. Obviously this bait isn't having the desired effect. Either that or there's just too many of them. Just a thank you to there's a spare Texaco garage I stop at on my way home from work. Sorry, on a Friday when I leave work. Get a sandwich and a coffee, and just give me a bag of the coffee grounds out the machine. The lady there, the manageress, said if I leave some bags, she'll happily sort of fill them for me to collect each week, which is good. It all goes in the compost. I think places like that obviously pay for commercial waste disposal, so if anyone that takes stuff away, and I bet they get through quite a few, quite a few sacks of coffee each week out the machine, so probably helps them out a little bit as well. And I've heard of other coffee outlets doing similar things. Some places used to just leave it bagged and you could help yourself. Some places you got to ask. So it's good stuff for the compost, I believe. It helps fix nitrogen and stuff in. So there's millions of bugs. I seem to these are the little bitey things, I think, that sort of bury their heads in you and draw blood. So I seem to be I opened this before and there's a mass exodus of creatures. Normally you just get tons of worms in a compost heap, but I seem to be creating a fruit fly farm or something there. But amazing again how much that's gone down. So I'll get these coffee grounds in, then I'm gonna head home then. I think the clocks go back this weekend, so we start losing evening light then very fast. So it probably won't be long now before I'd only really get here on a Friday afternoon, possibly a weekend. I think there was something on the radio the other day, 62 days till the new year or something. It's unbelievable. I don't know where this year's gone. Made quite a decent layer of coffee grounds over there, that bag did. Probably convert all the bugs to caffeine addicts now. Right, that's it. I'll catch you a bit later. Cheers. It's Tuesday evening. It's not all that late, to be honest. It probably doesn't look too bad on camera, but it's actually quite dark. My watch isn't coming alive. Coming up on 10 to 5. With the clocks going back, it's sunset's already happened, I think. I just called at the allotment. I just wanted to dump a bit of stuff in the compost bin. There's a ton of water out there on the roads. There's piles of it on the ground. The ground is saturated. Just put my foot in a puddle about 4 inches deep coming through the gate. Never used to flood like that, so I wanted to have a bit of a look in here. My visitors have emptied these trays again, eating all that grain, so there's either hundreds of them or that grain is past its best and no longer having the effect it should. So I bought a few traps. I'm going to set them traps and some fresh bait to stick in them. Doesn't half amplify the light filming through the phone, because it really is quite dark outside. So I'm going to load them traps and set them down. I've left 4 baited traps, and you get 6 sort of small packets of the grain in that bag. So what was left of the open packet I've put in that tray so they can feast on what's left, but with any luck I'll start knocking them down a bit. I'll have to try and find out where they're getting in, or well, they've obviously burrowed in probably somewhere. So you can probably see it looks a bit darker in here now. Only a few minutes have gone by. So I'll leave them to the supper. Still looks fairly bright on the screen, but it is quite dark. So I'm going to head back to my car, and not a lot I can do here. I won't even be able to see what I'm doing shortly. So I shall catch you next time. Cheers.